What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Fallout video, and I'm sorry for my absence last week. It's been a really stressful few days from school and finals and EOCs and all that type of stuff, so I'm sorry that the video schedules are really messed up lately. I only have 2 weeks left until Christmas vacation, so there isn't going to be as many videos during that time just because it's going to be really busy and hectic. So after that, videos should go back to normal, but today we're going to be doing a little top 5 countdown of the best mods we've seen in 2017 for Fallout 4, so if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and let's get right into it.
I with my 2 fists divine, but I'm going nowhere. Oh yeah, I'm the type of guy that likes to roam around.
Never pay full price for games again, guys. Use the link in the description to get up to 90% off of all G2A games. Alright guys, in the number 2 spot, we have the Wacky Weapons Workshop. And basically what this does is it just makes it so you can craft any weapon with like any other weapon. So you can put a harpoon on a mini nuke, or you can put like a mini nuke on a minigun, and you can just make really crazy looking weapons. And overall, like, you can make some just really crazy looking weapons. And for here I demonstrated, like, you can put grenades on an assault rifle just so it shoots like it's a grenade launcher and all that crazy stuff. Or you can just put like the missile launcher with the minigun, and it's just really crazy. But also beware, you can crash your game. Like when I was doing this, I mixed the Experiment 18A with the shotgun and it crashed my game, and it'll just freeze and say that you had a error in your application. So yeah, just be careful with that. Overall, it's just a really fun mod and definitely worth downloading. Our next mod we have is the Player Bunker, like, combat simulator mod, and what this mod does is it turns like this place under the map into just a huge like little arena where you can shoot anything you want, like vertibirds, raiders, all that type of stuff, to test out your weapons. And it actually does give you some weapons beforehand, but just go to this combat simulator chair, and once you load in, it's going to load you into the big arena. But once you load in, you can see that you will be behind a little sandbag barrier when you load in, and then there's a vertibird in the sky. There's like all these types of like raiders spread out, or different types of people like the gunners, all that type of stuff. Then it's actually just some weird part on the map, so I wanted to see actually where I was, and it looked like I was just under the map someplace. But you basically just want to bring some weapons out here that you want to mess with. Like here I equipped a Fat Man just to see what would happen. I tried shooting it at the vertibird, and the only thing I noticed that the vertibird doesn't ever like go down or anything. It's basically just for show and for you just to shoot stuff at, like missile launchers, whatever you want to shoot them at. So I just got some more weapons just to mess around with, and these guys actually do die when you shoot them and everything. And then once you kill them after a while, more will like spawn in, so you don't have to worry about actually killing all of them. And this arena right here is actually a really good way to test out all the weapons that you make with the other mod I put in my first video, where I went over where you can make your own weapon, where you could have like a shotgun shoot missiles or whatever, or a minigun shoot missiles and all that type of stuff. This is actually a really good arena to take it to if you are really just wanting to start out and, you know, get good aim with stuff and just test out all your guns to see what they have. So overall, it's a really good mod, and I really have enjoyed it so far. In the number 4 spot, we have the Prewar Sanctuary mod, and basically what this mod does, it just changes the textures of all of Sanctuary to make it look like what it did before the actual nuclear bomb hit. So as you can see here, when you walk around, all the trees are colored again like it's fall. All the grass is there, all the houses are like fully painted and everything. There's nothing destroyed. And if you go back to the first mission of the campaign, it'll actually look exactly like this, you know, whenever you walk outside and everyone is panicking and everything. But if you're going to do this, I guess you don't really need to plan on actually building anything, because it just like covers up all your old building stuff. As you can see here in the front, like replaces all the houses again. Like right there, you would have had like an empty house, and then there's just the Vault Tech guy. His van is here whenever he comes to your house and like asks you to sign up for Vault Tech. And then in here is the house that you lived in with Sean and your wife, you know. And all this stuff is like right where it was and everything. If you go into Sean's room, actually, there are a ton of special books, actually. And I was just coming in here to see if like Sean was here or something. But whenever you go down here, there's 70 your special books. So if you're like just starting the mission, that'll really help you out, because there's one there and there's one on top of the bookshelf. And in this video here, I was just exploring all the stuff, looking at if I could find anything that I didn't notice in the first campaign. And I'm sure there's also a lot of useful materials in here, because if you go to like the bed here, there's like 1,000 bottle caps just randomly. There's probably just a whole bunch of random stuff around this house that I didn't even find yet, or in other houses. And this mod can be really fun, because I'm guessing like in the future there's going to be more mods that are modernizing all of the other houses, you know, like all the other settlements, and just making the wasteland look more like it's growing back. So if you've been playing Fallout for a while, you know, you might want to change it up. And this could actually go really well with the mod I showed in my first video with all the mod reviews. There's this mod that actually makes like the whole wasteland have like green grass and trees and everything, so it makes it all look like it's growing back and everything. So if you combine all these mods together, you know, you can make a pretty good looking wasteland actually. And it's not even really a wasteland at that point, but as you can see there, all the like tanks and stuff are there, and all the buildings are like spawning in on the stuff that I've built, so it looks kind of glitched out and weird. But if you walk over to the front of the place, actually the bridge is fixed again, and there's no hole in like the side of it. And one thing that I thought of whenever I was looking around here is in the first mission, you know, you run up that hill to get to the vault. So I thought, you know, maybe I'll walk up there and see if they modernized that at all to make it look like it's not all blown up and everything. So I start heading over in that direction and everything, and the trees that are still have leaves on them go all the way all up there. So I just start heading up the path, you know, that you run up to where that guy like interrogates you. He's asked you like what part of the vault or if you're supposed to be in there or not. So you go across the bridge, go up this path here, and so far all of it is still put into the game. There still are some stuff that isn't like made, so it doesn't look like it's been blown up. So if you go up here, like there's still skeletons and everything, but actually the buildings are made new again. Like there's still cars up here, but there's still like abandoned things, and like the texture on the vault is like new again and everything. Like there's paint on it and everything, but there's this weird like black glitched out thing. So that's pretty much all it for this mod that's going to look new. So let's get on to the next one. Our final mod we have is the Inators mod, and basically what this mod does is it like puts things into the game to allow you to manipulate stuff. So since PS4 doesn't allow scripting or you to like manipulate with anything, you have to actually use it through items. So if you look on the thing here, by going over to power and going to the miscellaneous thing, you can put down this little like microphone thing here, and there's like all different types of things where you can spawn stuff in. Like you can spawn in companions, you can spawn in power armor, you can spawn in bullets, you can spawn in bottle cap, you can spawn in XP, and also, so what you want to do is just like when you place it down, you just activate it by pressing your activation button, and when you press this, it automatically gives it to you. And there's also a whole bunch of types of stuff where like it gives you God mode. There's ones where it makes you super fast, or it gives you a whole bunch of damage when you punch things or stuff like that. So alright guys, so our first mod is the Overgrowth Far Harbor mod, and what this does is it just makes all of the textures in Far Harbor more lively. So it adds more leaves on the trees, it adds the green grass on the ground, adds more shrubs and stuff like that, and just makes it look more lively, but keeping the typical Fallout 4 scene. And since they did just completely overhaul the Fallout 4 wasteland by adding in new forests and grasslands, it just keeps a little touch of green in here, but don't really feel like it's a completely different place. It just makes it feel more realistic almost, because if you've been playing Fallout 4 for a while, you know, after a while that stuff's going to start to grow back in the real life, you know. So, and as far as I know, this mod doesn't have any incompatibilities, but the mod creator does say that it may have some issues with other location modification mods. So if you have a mod that makes it look different, it's probably going to have an issue with that just because they're in the same type of criteria. But other than that, you shouldn't have any other issues with the mod, and overall I've really enjoyed this, and it's a really good mod if you don't really want to alter your gameplay too much, but want to just insert a little bit of mods into your game to experiment with and change up the game a little. Oh, one quick thing to add into this game, this may cause a little bit of frame rate issues if you're already struggling, because I know the PS4 does have some issues with that. Our second mod is the Scrap That Settlement mod, and what this does is it basically enables you to delete a lot more stuff from your settlement, just like all the junk that Fallout 4 creators wouldn't really let you, such as grass, rubble, dirt, shrubs, hedges, all that different types of stuff, which in my opinion I think they should have just added into the game anyway. But the mod creator says that you can basically scrap anything besides roads or walkways, such as like skywalks and stuff like that, shacks, buildings, and other structures. So, you know, the houses in Sanctuary that aren't completely blown up and everything, they're working fine. Telephone poles, wires, or wire mounts, that's pretty self-explanatory. Rock, cliffs, and other rocks, I don't really know what that means. I guess really big pieces of rock at some of your settlements that are, if they remove it, you know, it's going to remove a big texture from the outside, so it kind of just messes up your game. So Pretty much anything besides those can be scrapped in your settlement, and it just makes it look a lot more clean. There's only one thing in this mod pack that I wish you could do, and that was scrap dead bodies, because if you're like me, I have killed a few settlers in my settlement, and they just never despawn. They're just there forever, and I really wish I could have a way to get rid of them, because I just have a huge Brahmin, whatever that girl's name was, who's a traitor, because I killed her in my settlement, and she just never goes away, and I really wish I could get rid of her. But other than that, it's a really, really good mod, and I haven't seen any incompatibilities with it. There's probably some that are similar to it that would affect it, but other than that, I mean, there's no problems with any other mods that I've seen. The mod creator also says that if there's any lights that emit light in your base that you want to scrap, and you scrap them, the light should disappear without affecting anything in your game. So, you know, before he patched it, whenever you scrapped a light pole or something like that, I know you can't scrap those, but some other type of light source, it would actually keep the light there even though you got rid of the light. Well, now he fixed it, so it actually makes sense and uses physics. That's pretty much all for this mod, and my voice is really starting to go now, so I apologize in advance because it's just gonna get worse. I'm sorry. One thing though, I'm trying to cut back on the word like, because I get a ton of comments in the comment section saying how I use like way too much, and I know I do. I just forget that I say it a lot, and I don't think I've said it yet in this video, so I'm going to try to keep it out so no one can make fun of me in the comments anymore.